Death Star 2. This is LEGO Star Wars set 1014-3. It was released in the year 2005 for about 370 euros. This building block set consists of 3,449 pieces. Back in 2005, this was the biggest set LEGO had ever released. Nowadays, about 3,500 pieces doesn't sound too much, but back in the day, this set really was huge. What's huge nowadays? That's the price. If you want to rebrick the set, I guess you have to pay about 600 euros. If you want to buy a used set without box, you gotta pay about 1,200 euros. Or with box, 1,500 euros. If you're able to find somewhere a new set still sealed, I guess you will have to pay 2,000 or 2,500 euros. It's really incredibly expensive. That's just crazy. A few months ago, I made a really good deal. I bought the set for 400 euros. That's almost the same price as what the set did cost when it was new. And we got almost 20 years inflation since then. Of course, my set is new, it's in used condition. As you can see, the box doesn't look too well. It's broken at the corners here, but I think it's still nice. Of course, all this tape here sucks a bit, but I don't care about boxes at all. I even would have bought it without a box. But now I got a box, and so I'm fine with it. And I have to say, the design of the box is quite cool, with this planet in the background, a Death Star in front, and yeah, this whole battle scene. It's really nice. Of course, 400 euros still is very much money for just a few plastic bricks. But this set was one of my white whales of LEGO sets, and so I'm really happy to finally have it here. I almost waited 20 years for it. Okay, then let's see what the backside of this box looks like. This box is almost too huge for my cute little table. It's insane. Okay, here on the backside we get to see the Death Star and some details of it. So here are these zoomed in images. We can see the super laser here and the Super Star Destroyer. Darth Vader's flagship, the Executor. And we get to see that the whole set will be 65 centimeters high once built up. That's impressive. Here we get some information about the Death Star, but as far as I can see, this is the same, which will be later seen on the plaque when we have completed the build. But, well, it's nice to have that info already in the beginning. Alright, then let's have a look what's inside the box. When I bought the set, it still was partly assembled, so I had to disassemble everything myself, and as you can see, I already have sorted the bricks, at least a bit. I don't know if there was some some cardboard interior when you bought the set new back in 2005. I don't have anything like that here. So just on the ground of this box we got a bigger cardboard which we can take out. Of course, it's very difficult now because I have placed all the bricks in here. Yeah, but I think you can imagine how a cardboard just in the dimensions of this box looks like. It's nothing special at all. And yeah, there hasn't been anything else in my box. Let's hope that all the bricks are complete. I have no idea. That's always the thing when you buy used sets. It might happen that 1 or 2 bricks are missing. Okay, here we got the manual, and it's really funny. Have a look at it. It's very thin. There are only 35 steps. Assembling 3,500 pieces with only 35 steps. It's incredible. Of course, there are several sub-steps, but still, that's not much. The whole instructions is only 100 pages thick. That's incredible for such a huge set. That's cool. And, well, the set is so old. As you can see, there are no individual building sections, so that means there hadn't been any numbered bags in this box. The bags which contained the bricks were numbered, so you had to open more or less every bag in the beginning. And as you can see, that's pretty much the same as what I have to do now, so there isn't much difference when you buy the set new or used, because assembling it is always the same when you don't have building sections. Well then, let's start with the build. I just emptied the box, and now you are able to see the piece of cardboard which I was talking about. And yeah, it's nothing special, just a piece of cardboard. Okay, but now it really is time to start with the build. Step 1. The bricks might not come in numbered bags, but the building instructions already have these little boxes which show us which bricks we need for all the individual steps. Back in the 90s, we didn't have these boxes, so that's already something quite modern here. That's cool. Oh, and by the way, the instructions simply begin with the build. There is no little introductional text like the UCS sets nowadays have. So we don't get to know something about the Death Star itself or about the production of the set or whatever. Page 1, step 1. That's how everything starts. Step 9. In this step we are building the plaque on which we can find some information about the Death Star. Later on we will attach it to the stand on which the whole Death Star sits. So now let's have a look at how we built this plaque. It's really terrible. Like most of the Star Wars UCS sets, we need a huge sticker. And that's not nice. I really hate stickers. I'm absolutely bad at placing them. It really looks horrible when I've done this. But that's not what I hate about this step. What's really awful is on to what we apply this sticker. We apply it to 12 of those 1x8 tiles. Normally, at least, we get only one tile on which we have to apply the sticker. But 12 tiles, that's just terrible. We won't be able to disassemble this whole segment later on without destroying the sticker. This is really badly designed. Well, at least the guy who owned the set before me has already applied a sticker to all those tiles, and when disassembling the Death Star, he didn't disassemble this little segment, so the tiles were still attached to this plate, and that means that my sticker survived the whole disassembling of the set. And yeah, I think he placed the sticker quite well. I definitely wouldn't have been able to place it like this. Okay, then let's attach the sticker, the plaque, to the stand. And voila. But still, the design is just terrible. Damn. Step 12, substep 1. In this step, we are using this piece, and at the time the Death Star was released, it was only the third time that this piece was part of a set. And until today, it only appeared in 2 sets in this red color. The other set was the Enzo Ferrari, which also was released in 2005 and actually was the second set in which this kind of brick was used. Step 12, substep 8. In this step we need 4 of those black 1x12 bricks, but sadly I could only find 3. So as you can see, 2 are placed here, the third is placed here, but the fourth one is missing. What I'm going to do now is that I don't use this 1x12 brick. Instead of that, I'm using this 2x8 brick plus this 1x2 brick with hole in it. It doesn't matter if there's a hole or not. And these 2 1x3 bricks. So we should have the same length as with this 1x12 brick. Yeah, it's the same. Then let's place them just like, yeah. How are we going to do this? That sucks a bit. But I don't have any other solution, to be fair. Yeah, I'm going to place them like this. I know this is not the best solution, but this will have to stay until I get a replacement from Bricklink. Or maybe I even got this brick somewhere and I just messed up while sorting all the bricks. Maybe it's in one of those bags here, but I haven't found it so far. Step 18. Doing this step didn't bring much joy. It was quite repetitive. We had to build this segment here 6 times and then connect all the segments to each other so that we finally got this huge segment here. And as you can see, we worked with hinges so that we can make the whole thing circular, that yeah, we get the shape of the Death Star in the end. It was quite a boring build, but this step also had a nice side effect, because while searching for all the pieces we needed for the step, I also found the missing 1x12 brick. That means I can disassemble the wrong parts I placed before and replace them with the right brick now. I just noticed that I made the whole thing way too big. Well, we had to build 6 of these segments, but we only had to connect 3 of the segments to each other and do this 2 times, so that we get 2 of these bigger segments with 3 segments each. This is done because now in the next step we can connect the segments to the stand. Step 19. In this step we are connecting this huge segment here to this segment and down here to this wheel. It's the same as we got on top of here. Now I got a problem. As you can see, when I want to put it here, there isn't any of these fingers of the wheel left. I think I placed the wheel wrong. So I got my Technic piece and it goes here. But I guess my wheel should have been like this, and then I could connect this Technic brick with the wheel itself. Up here it's no problem to move the wheel. Stupidly down here, the wheel is somehow interlocked with this whole Technic construction. So maybe you can see it. It's not so easy to see on camera, but the fingers of the wheel go in these holes here. And I guess I shouldn't have done that. And so I can't move the wheel any longer. And yeah, I somehow have to turn the whole wheel a bit to the left or to the right, so that we see 3 of those fingers in front of here, not only these 2. Luckily, I was able to bend the whole Technic construction here a bit, and so I was able to move the wheel in the right position. That means we can now interlock the whole segment with one of the wheel's fingers. Yay! Step 23. This is a huge step. It consists of 34 substeps, and we have to build the segment which we build in this step 2 times. So you can say that it got 68 substeps. That's really a huge step. Really impressive. Step 23, substep 7. In this step we have to place 13 of those 2x8 plates. And you really have to pay attention while placing them, because as you can see, some of those plates are placed with the first stud exactly on top of the 1x2 brick below. But other plates are placed with the second stud on the brick below. And you really have to concentrate to always place the plate at the correct position. Step 23, substep 18. In this substep we are using 2 of these cool brick modifieds here. And I really like them. I guess they were thought to be part of a car. So here is the front of the car, and I guess down here should be a tire. Well, what we are doing here is that we use them in this position. So you can see that down here we can insert studs, so it's no problem to interlock them in this way, and this is really cool. These bricks were used from 2005 to 2015 in 51 sets. So this brick was released in the same year as this Death Star 2 set. There's also a quite similar brick which is still in use, or at least it had been in use, still had been in use last year. So maybe we will get more sets with the very similar brick in the future. I'm doing step 23, substep 26 for the second time now. And in this substep we need 8 of these 2x8 plates. And well, I noticed that one of the plates is bent. Have a look here. That's a bit sad, but I'm using this bend plate now. We still got a lot of 1x8 plates left, but I'm using it now because I think we got so much going on here in this part of the build that it won't be visible later on that one of the plates is bent. Second run of step 23, sub-step 29. In this step we need two of these bars here. And well, I got my first missing part. There's only one of those bars left. So I can place it here. Like that. And well, this bar here sadly is missing. It should look like that. The second run of step 23, sub-step 33. We need one more of those bars here which is missing, so we can't do this. It should have been placed here. That's here in our build, and as you can see, this hollow stud is empty. I couldn't place a bar because there's no bar left. So I have completed the second run of step 23, and as you can see, as a result we got now two of these quarter spheres. And I have to say I was way faster in the second run. Building this sphere here was so much faster than building the first one. You really need the training, I think. When you have built it once, you understand the logic behind it, and then you are way faster with building a second one, and you don't always have to look into the building instructions. Okay then, to complete now build step 23, we have to combine these two quarter spheres with the stand and the rest of the Death Star which we had built in previous steps. It's not so easy to see the whole thing here. My light is a bit what is it, my light? My light is a bit distracting, I would say. Okay, now you can see it better. I just have connected the lower one of the two identical quarter spheres to the build, and I have to say doing this for the first time was quite a frightening experience. You really don't want to push too hard because you don't want to destroy hours of work. But actually the stand is quite sturdy, and also the quarter sphere is quite sturdy when you know where to touch it. It was just a bit complicated because you were doing this upside down. You were holding it upside down. And well, I'm going to show you now how I will connect the upper quarter sphere. So we got these two Technic pins here and these two Technic pins down here. You have to interlock them with these two Technic bricks. So here are the holes. And the lower quarter sphere was connected in the same way, just upside down. Step 24, sub-step 9. We are placing all these parts here in just this single sub-step. That's insane! All these parts! Pure insanity. Oh, now I get why we needed that many parts. We were building this little thing here 3 times, and now we are interlocking these 3 parts with the little segment we have built before, and then it will look like this. Step 24, Substep 11. In this step we need 4 of these 1x2 bricks in dark bluish gray. And well, we got another missing part. There are only 3 of these 1x2 bricks left. I was going through my collection of Lego sets, and for some reason, at least in my collection, this is quite a rare piece. I only found another set where this brick was used in this Fury class interceptor. And well, I will order one of or this missing brick at Bricklink, but I don't want to wait till it arrives with the postal service. So I will take out one of the 1x2 bricks of this set, and I will use it for the Death Star. And when the brick from Bricklink arrives, I will put it in the Interceptor set. Here's something interesting in this step which I also want to show you. As you can see here, the build is too big to be completely shown in the instructions. So what they did is that they cut it. We are building 2 of these parts here in the step. So one of them will be connected to the right side of this build, and the other one will be connected to the left side of our build. But as you can see, we don't see the whole of the left side. Here goes a cut through the build in the instructions. And I think here is where the cut is. So we see this part here. Oh no, I'm wrong. We see this part here. Here's the cut. So have a look at these 2 studs here, these 3 studs here. They are shown here. And this whole thing is what is now newly connected in this step. So we only see these 3 studs, and then here is a cut. And the next cut is here. So it goes through these 4 studs here, this part. That means that everything which is between here and here is cut out in the build, or in the building instructions. There's another missing part in the same step. We need 4 of these 1x2 hinge bricks in tan, and I only got 3 left. Damn, that's something I can't easily replace, because I don't think I have any of these hinge bricks in this color. I will just try to leave it out, and well, hopefully I will be able to fix it later. There are a lot of missing parts in this step. The next piece which is missing is one of these 4 1x10 plates in black. We only got 3 left, but we need 4. What I'm going to do now is that I will take out one of the plates used in this set here. And of course I will have to order one of the plates, and then I will put it inside this set. I hope this won't get worse with the missing parts. So I took the plate out of the new set, and sadly I had to find out that the 2 types of black aren't absolutely identical. So this is the plate of the Death Star set, and this is the plate of the new set. And the black of the Death Star set is way more intensive than the black used in the new set. Also, these plates weren't made with the same tool. You can find the injection point of the molding process on this stud here on the plate from the new set, and the injection point is on this stud on the plate of the old set. Well, I can't help it. I have to use the new part because I don't have any other 1x10 plate and plaque left. Step 25. In this step we have to build two of these segments here. And when I want to do it exactly like shown in the building instructions, I run into a problem. So I have done sub-step 3 so far. This should be identical. Yeah. And now have a look at this 1x3 plate here. In the instructions, this plate ends exactly at the same position where also the 1x2 jumper plate below ends. But this is something I won't be able to recreate. Have a look when I do it like this. So now it ends at the exact same position. Then we won't be able to interlock it because the stud of one of the jumper plates is simply in the way. That means I have to place it like this. But now the plate and the jumper plate below don't end at the same position like shown in the instructions. It's simply impossible. Well, I will just continue with it in the way I did it because, yeah, what should I do? I won't be able to interlock it like shown in the instructions. So I will do it like this, and I hope this won't become a problem. Step 31, sub-step 2. Once again there's a missing piece. I am missing one of these hinge plates in dark bluish gray. In the first sub-step we have used 15 of them to build this long thing here. And, well, sadly a 16th one isn't available. And, well, I had problems to find something to replace this missing part. The only set in my possession which uses these pieces is this Flying Wing Indiana Jones set. And, well, the piece used in this set is not in dark bluish gray but in black. So I will use this piece now until I get some replacement from Rebrickable. Step 31, sub-step 5. There are more missing parts. We need 4 of these 1x2 plates in light bluish gray, and we only got 2 of them left. I will take out 2 of those plates from this set, and I will put them back in the set again when I have ordered replacement from Bricklink. By the way, have a look at this. These are the plates that were available in the Death Star set, and these are the plates from the newer Lego set. And have a look at this. The injection point used to be way less visible than it is nowadays. Sadly, they don't have the same quality as they used to have. Step 31, sub-step 7. I like how this circular shape is created. So we got our build here, and it used to be just one long line made with all these hinge plates here. And now we simply can fold everything into place. That's really cool. Step 31, sub-step 9. Here's the next missing part. I don't have any of those 1x4 plates in light bluish gray left. Luckily, once again, I get help from this Death Star trench run set. I will use that set's 1x4 plate, order another one at Reprickable, and put that plate which I get from Reprickable in the Death Star trench run set. Step 31, sub-step 10. This is a very strange step. So we got this construction here. This is the eye of the Death Star, where they shoot the laser from. And well, in this step we have to remove these green 2x2 plates, which we have attached in one of the previous steps. I guess those plates were only attached to, I don't know why, maybe to give the whole thing some, to give us some orientation or whatever. I have no idea. But well, now we don't need them any longer, and we just can detach them. What a strange step. Step 32. In this step we have to put 24 of those 1x1 round bricks on top of each other, and that's just hilarious. I would have loved to do this as a kid. If I had that many of those bricks, I definitely would have done that for some of my MOCS. This color used to be my favorite color. You also got these translucent bricks and antennas in translucent orange, but this yellow greenish color is even cooler. If you want to build something in space, you definitely need this color. Step 35. In this step we need this piece here. It's a hinge 1x3 locking with 2 fingers and claw end, and it was used from 2002 to 2017 in 26 sets, I think. And well, we see it here in this dark gray color. The set is from 2005. This means this isn't dark gray, not the old color. This is supposed to be dark bluish gray. But according to Bricklink, this piece doesn't exist in dark bluish gray. And this is the piece which was included in the set in light bluish gray. So here is an error in the building instructions. With completing step 35, I have also completed the whole build. And have a look at it, how huge this thing is. It's incredible. I think this is the biggest set I have ever built. Maybe I have built other construction block set with more pieces, but none of them has these dimensions. It's just incredible how huge this thing is. It's crazy. And I think it really looks cool. It's just a super, super cool build. I love it. Now let's have a look at the details. So in front here we got this little Superstar Destroyer, the Executor, Darth Vader's flagship. And I don't think I have ever used the words small and Superstar Destroyer in the same sentence, but it just looks tiny next to this huge Death Star. And yeah, The little Star Destroyer looks quite nice with its little engines. Oh man, I, I have to stop saying little when talking about a Super Star Destroyer. But this is really a cool model here. Okay, then we got, of course, the Death Star's trench here. Goes all the way around the build. And here did we start. Okay, what else can we see? This is the side which obviously is still in build. Well, in the Star Wars universe. My build is complete. And have a look at these many details here. You can really see that there's some construction works going on. It's so cool. On this side, we got how do we call it? This reflector dish where the super laser gets started, where it is shot from. And I still like the way how they created this laser with all those translucent 1x1 round bricks and the antennas. I really love this color, it's so cool. But you also have to pay attention that you don't bend the whole thing. There is enough clutch power so everything stays in place, but you have to arrange it correctly when you build it. Otherwise, the laser won't shoot straight ahead, it won't shoot in a curve, and yeah, lasers can't do such a thing. Oh yeah, let's have a look at the plaque down here. So it's exactly the same what we did see on the back of the box, where we got the informations about the Death Star. And we have to talk about the stand. This thing is incredibly cool. The set is really heavy, but everything sits perfectly on the stand, and as you can see, everything is a bit wobbly, but it's no problem for the stand. The whole thing is wobbly, but at the same time it's quite sturdy. And there's so much weight sitting on the stand that it doesn't have any problems with the wobbliness of the whole huge ball which sits on top of him. But what I don't like so much is that for some reason in the interior Lego used colored bricks. So not gray bricks or black bricks, but stuff like, yeah, you can see it. It's red here, or up here we got some blue bricks. And yellow, or it's tan, I guess. And also the brown wheel. And well, the Death Star is unfinished and the whole construction is hollow. So we are able to have a look inside the whole time, and that means all the colored bricks are peeking out. Maybe it's a bit better when you place the whole thing somewhere where there's only shadow, so I wouldn't put a light next to it like I did now. It might look better in shadow. When we can have a look down here, and then we can see what's inside. Here you can see the stand, And yeah, the whole inner construction with the colorful bricks. And that's a bit sad that this is visible from the outside. So I wouldn't place it too high up in your shelf because it's not good when you look on it from below, because here are these huge gaps and you can look into the interior, and that's not so nice. You should place it on a lower shelf so that you can have a look at it from above, and there everything is way more closed. And of course, I would present this side here, which is still in construction, because at least for my eyes, this is way more interesting because there's more going on. We just get a big sphere on the other side, and yeah, that's a bit boring. Okay, I think this was a really cool build. I had so much fun doing this. In some parts it was repetitive, but the result just looks amazing. I'm absolutely in love. Oh, by the way, I want to show you which parts are left over. I didn't use these parts. The green plates here were in use, but we had to remove them again for whatever reason. And all this stuff here is just, yeah, additional. We didn't use it. I think this isn't Lego at all. I don't know what this is. Maybe the guy from whom I bought the set accidentally dropped this into the box. No. I think I've seen such a thing before. Maybe it's a foot from some cupboard or whatever. I don't know. But it's definitely not Lego. And why there are those many Technic bars left over? I don't think I forgot anything to place. We got some parts missing in the set, but I will only have to pay a few cents, I guess, to get them. Of course, there's always the annoying shipping costs, but even if I did pay 405 euros in total for this whole set, I still think it's an amazing deal I have here. I wanted to have a Lego Death Star for many years. I'm not a fan of the Death Star 1 sets because they have this open playset structure. They were simply not created for display purposes. I also think the Death Star 2 looks way better as a model than the Death Star 1 because of its unfinished state. You get to see way more details than just a huge and boring ball. That's also why I didn't build any Death Star 1 display MOCS from Rebrickable. Well, and so I was very happy that I could buy this Death Star 2 set for only 400 euros. Of course, with no doubt this is still way too much money for building blocks, but other people pay way more for this set. When also taking inflation into account, I paid the same price or even less than what the set did cost when it was new, when it was released. Of course, I have some missing parts, but not too many. I will have to pay only a few cents to replace them. If you want to have a Death Star 2 too, but you don't want to pay so much money, or you can't find such a good deal as I did, you have another option now. Coincidentally, while I was building the set in the last few days, LEGO released a new Death Star 2 set. The new Death Star 2 is really small compared to this huge one. It only uses a tenth of the amount of bricks we needed for the set. But that also means that it is way cheaper. The new set is only available as GWP, a gift with purchase, so there is no real price tag available. But on the second-hand market, you can get a set for about 30 to 40 euros, at least at the moment. Okay, we have talked enough about the price now. Let's go back to the set itself. The building process was not too difficult, but it was more complex than I'm used to from Lego sets. It was sometimes a bit boring and exhausting because of all the gray bricks, but Death Star is gray, so there is no way around it. Sometimes I ran into the usual problem of differentiating black and bluish or dark bluish gray bricks in the building instructions, but all in all, I had much fun with the build. The building instructions, on the other hand, I'm I didn't fall in love with them. First of all, they are way too large. I would have preferred a booklet half the size of this one, but yeah, with more pages then. This huge thing here just takes away too much space on the table. Have a look at how huge it is, and when you open it, it's double the size. That's just too much. I hate the spiral binding. Of course, it helps a bit with the space problem because you are able to fold the instructions properly and so they only occupy half the space. But you really have to pay attention not to tear the pages while doing that. There are also some minor errors in the building instructions, but nothing too serious. Well, alright. When ignoring the price, I really love this set. I only have one problem now: where to put it. The task of finding a place for it won't become easy well, because of these huge dimensions. It's just incredible.